Hello there you guys, welcome to one of my videos. Going to be giving you my predictions for Manchester United's game against Newcastle on the 27th of December. So score prediction, I'm going to go with 3-0 to Manchester United. And the goal scorers, I'm going to go with Cristiano Ronaldo. I think he'll get a brace. And the other goal scorer, I'm going to go with Mason Greenwood. So that is your predictions. This game against Newcastle should go ahead. This week, Manchester United had 2 games postponed due to COVID. Manchester United's game against Brentford got postponed earlier on in the week, and Manchester United's game against Brighton got postponed. The Premier League confirmed. Earlier on in the week, Manchester United were hit with 19 new COVID cases as Manchester United reopened the Carrington training ground, as Man United's first team players returned to training. Last Monday, Manchester United shut their Carrington training ground. If Manchester United beat Newcastle, that will be 4 wins in a row in the Premier League. Newcastle are a very poor team. Newcastle are relegation fodder. They're sitting 19th in the Premier League at the moment. Back in October, Newcastle had that £300 million takeover by the Saudi Arabians. Before the Saudi Arabians, Newcastle had Mike Ashley. Mike Ashley was Newcastle's owner for around 13 years. Mike Ashley got heavily criticised. Newcastle are planning to heavily invest next year. Newcastle's manager is Eddie Howe. Newcastle appointed him in earlier on in the season. When he got appointed in, he signed a 2.5-year contract. Before Newcastle, Eddie Howe managed Bournemouth. He was at Bournemouth for a long time, and he also managed Burnley. Before Eddie Howe, Newcastle had Steve Bruce. They sacked Steve Bruce earlier on in the season, and before then Newcastle had Rafa Benitez. I think a lot of Newcastle fans were disappointed when Rafa Benitez left. They was actually consistent under him. Rafa Benitez did resign because he didn't get backed enough. Newcastle are playing soon against Manchester City. I do know quite a few of the players that Newcastle have got. Obviously, they've got Alan Saint-Maximin. He's probably Newcastle's best player. Maximin has just come back from injury. Newcastle have also got Joelinton. He's an attacking player. Newcastle have also got Dwight Gale. Newcastle have also got Callum Wilson. Callum Wilson is a former Bournemouth player. Newcastle have also got Ryan Fraser. He's a former Bournemouth player. Newcastle have also got Almiron, who's quite good. They've also got Sean Longstaff. You know, he's brothers with Matty Longstaff. Matty Longstaff is out on loan with Aberdeen. Newcastle have also got Isaac Hayden. They've got John Joe Shelvey. John Joe Shelvey is a former Liverpool and Swansea player. They've also got Jamal Lascelles. Newcastle have also got Paul Dummett. He's out with injury at the moment. He's not playing in today's game against Man City. They've got Federico Fernandez. He's also out with injury at the moment. Newcastle have also got Jamal Lewis. He's got an injury. I think they got Jamal Lewis from Norwich. They've also got Matt Ritchie and Kieran Clark. So they are quite a few of the players that Newcastle have got. You know, they've got Joseph Willock as well. One of Newcastle's goalkeepers is Carl Darlow. They've got another goalkeeper called Dubravka. You know, Manchester United beat Newcastle at St James's Park last season 4-1. And Manchester United beat Newcastle at Old Trafford earlier on this season 4-1. You know, Ronaldo scored twice on his second debut. Manchester United have got a very good record against Newcastle. Man United seldom lose to Newcastle. Manchester United have got some injuries. Obviously, Cavani, he's still out with injury, but Cavani is close to returning. Cavani had an injury earlier on in the season. Looks like Cavani is leaving Manchester United in January. Earlier on this week, it said Cavani is willing to terminate his current contract at Man United to join Barcelona next month. Barcelona want Cavani as a replacement for Aguero because Aguero recently retired due to heart problems. Barcelona have offered Cavani an 18-month contract, and I have been hearing that Cavani has accepted that contract offer. Juventus also want Cavani. Cavani recently rejected a move to Boca Juniors. You know, Manchester United got Cavani on a free transfer from PSG. This season's been Cavani's second full season at Man United. Rafael Varane, he's still out with a hamstring injury, but he's very close to returning. He did say if the game against Brighton would have gone ahead yesterday, then Varane could have made his return. It's a second injury he's endured as a United player, because revert back to earlier on this season, Varane had a groin injury and he was out with that groin injury for a few weeks. Obviously, Paul Pogba, he's still out with a thigh injury. Pogba is out for the rest of the year. I'm hearing that he's back in late January. Pogba got the thigh injury in France training earlier on this season. But Pogba has been stepping up his recovery. You know, he come back from Dubai not so long ago. He's been a big miss, because revert back to the start of the season, you know, Pogba was in scintillating form. He's got 7 assists so far in the league this season. Manchester United could sell Paul Pogba next month. Rangnick has already said that he won't try to convince Paul Pogba to stay at Man United if he wants to go. Pogba's current contract at Man United expires next summer. Revert back to the start of the season, Pogba rejected a new Man United contract offer. Martial, he's got an injury, but Martial doesn't really get in the team anyway. Now, as you all know, Newcastle want Anthony Martial on loan. Newcastle are ready to pay a £6 million loan fee to sign Anthony Martial. There's a good chance that Martial will be Newcastle's first signing of the January transfer window. There's been a few other clubs in for Martial as well. Juventus have been in for him, they want him on loan. Not so long ago it said that Atletico Madrid are planning a swap deal for Martial, and Barcelona have also been interested. Now, the other week, Anthony Martial's agent come out and confirmed that Martial wants to leave Manchester United in January. Manchester United have set a 30 million asking price for Martial. Not so long ago, Rangnick revealed that he's not spoken with Martial, and Rangnick told Martial to speak with him directly if he wants to leave. Martial's been at Manchester United for 6.5 years. He's under contract with the club till 2024. Martial scored 79 goals in 268 appearances in all competitions. Manchester United paid an initial fee of 36 million for Martial back in 2015 from Monaco. He was pretty good last season, but I think the best season he enjoyed was his debut season under Louis van Gaal. Victor Lindelof, he's out with a chest injury. If you do remember rightly, Lindelof had to come off in the 1-0 win against Norwich because Lindelof was suffering chest pains and breathing difficulties. But after the game, Rangnick did confirm that Lindelof was okay. So there are the injuries Man United have got. Obviously, Matic has been out with a cold and Juan Mata has got illness. So the last game Manchester United did play was Norwich last weekend, and Manchester United won 1-0. The goal came from a Cristiano Ronaldo penalty. Ronaldo won the penalty as he got dragged down by Max Aarons. Ronaldo now has 13 goals in all competitions since he re-signed, and he's got 802 goals in his career. It was a poor performance against Norwich, but Man United still managed to get the win. But reflecting on the win against Norwich last weekend, that was back-to-back wins in the Premier League for Ralph Rangnick. Rangnick has enjoyed a good start to his managerial career at Manchester United. So far he is unbeaten. Rangnick is Manchester United's interim manager until the end of the season. Then after that, he will continue in a consultancy role for a further 2 years. If Rangnick does well as the interim manager, there's a chance he'll get the Man United job on a permanent basis. Now, Rangnick needs to heavily invest in January if he is to succeed as Manchester United manager. Rangnick has been given a £100 million transfer budget for January. Now, Boubacar Kamara could be Manchester United's first signing of the Ralph Rangnick era. El Nacional said yesterday that Boubacar Kamara is close to joining Manchester United. and it said Manchester United were in advanced talks to sign Kamara. Barcelona have also been interested in him. On deadline day last summer, Kamara was close to making a move to the Premier League because Newcastle and Wolves went in for him. Now, Boubacar Kamara is at Marseille. He's been at Marseille all his life. He joined Marseille as a 5-year-old back in 2005, so risen up their academy, broke into Marseille's senior squad back in 2016. He's made over 100 appearances for Marseille. His current contract at Marseille expires at the end of the season. He is the age of 22, so he's still young. He's got a lot of development in him, and he's predominantly a defensive midfielder. Can also be deployed as a centre-half as well. As you all know, Rangnick told bosses at Man United that their midfield is weak in his interview for the job. Amadou Haidara has been on Rangnick's agenda. Earlier on in the season, Rangnick said that he wants Amadou Haidara as his first signing as Man United manager. Rangnick knows the player well because Ralf Rangnick used to manage RB Leipzig. Recently, Amadou Haidara did admit that he's a Manchester United fan and also a Cristiano Ronaldo fan. He has a £33 million release clause, does Haidara. Manchester United have also been interested in Antonio Rudiger. I'd certainly take Rudiger at Man United because Rudiger and Varane would complement each other very well in our back line. Plus Rudiger's proven in the Premier League, which is beneficial because Rudiger has been at Chelsea since 2017. So he's been with them for like 5 years now. Chelsea paid £29 million for Rudiger from Roma. His current contract at Chelsea expires at the end of the season. The other day, Rudiger reportedly rejected a contract extension offer at Chelsea. And let me put into the equation that Man United have done transfer business with Chelsea before because we got Matic off them back in 2017 and we got Juan Mata off Chelsea back in 2014. Frankie de Jong, he's also been mentioned as well. I've disregarded him coming now because Romano recently provided us with an update on him and he said Man United have not yet held any talks. And earlier on in the week, Frankie de Jong's father did admit that Man United have a disadvantage in the transfer pursuit. Frankie de Jong's at Barcelona. Barcelona got Frankie de Jong from Ajax back in 2019 for around £65 million. Erling Haaland's been on our agenda as well. The other day it said Man United are currently the only serious bidder for Erling Haaland, but will have to qualify for the Champions League to get Haaland. And Jude Bellingham and Calvin Phillips have also been spoken about. You know, next year, Rangnick's planning a big clear out. You know, he's going to focus on the outgoings as well as the incomings. You know, next year, you know, Martial will be going. I think Cavani's going. I think Mata's going. I think Lingard's going. Matic could be going. Like I said earlier on, could sell Paul Pogba in January. I think Tellez and Dalot could go because they only really seem to play when Luke Shaw and Bissaka are not available. I think Jones and Bayer leaving next year. And you know the news on Dean Henderson. Fabrizio Romano said the other day that Dean Henderson wants to leave Manchester United in January to get more game time. Henderson doesn't really get in goal because last summer De Gea reclaimed that number 1 spot back. Henderson has only made 2 appearances this season. Earlier on in the season, Henderson had COVID. And I think Man United will loan Amad Diallo out next year. At the end of the season, Manchester United will get a permanent manager. Like I said earlier on in the video, if Rangnick does well, he could get the Man United job on a permanent basis. Ruben Amorim has been mentioned. Ruben Amorim is the Sporting Lisbon manager. He's been Sporting Lisbon manager for almost 2 years. He's got a contract with them till 2023, and he does have a £25 million release clause. He's done well at Sporting Lisbon, to be fair, as Amorim. Before Sporting Lisbon, he managed Braga, and before Braga, he managed Casapia. He's a very young coach. He's only the age of 36. Ruben Amorim actually advised Manchester United to hire Erik ten Hag. Yep, Erik ten Hag's been linked with a permanent role at Man United. The other week, Edwin van der Sar spoke about Man United's interest in Erik ten Hag. The other week, Roberto Mancini was linked with a permanent role at Man United. Earlier on in the season, Brendan Rodgers was mentioned. But I initially disregarded Brendan Rodgers because Brendan Rodgers dismissed links to the Man United job because he said, "I'm proud to be at Leicester." And Pochettino has been persistently linked with a permanent role at Man United. You know, Manchester United have sacked 4 permanent managers since Ferguson. You know, Man United sacked David Moyes, sacked Louis van Gaal, sacked Jose Mourinho, and a month ago now, Manchester United sacked Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. Solskjaer was Manchester United manager for almost 3 years. He got sacked after the 4-1 defeat to Watford. Earlier on in the week, Kieran McKenna left Manchester United. He's now the Ipswich Town manager. He signed a 3-year contract at Ipswich. I hope all the best for Kieran McKenna. Kieran McKenna was Manchester United's assistant for around 3 years. Donny van der Beek, as you all know, he won't be allowed to leave Manchester United next month, as Van der Beek is valued by Ralph Rangnick. I just want to see Donny van der Beek get more opportunities at Manchester United. Doesn't get enough starts, does he? You know, revert back to when we had Solskjaer, Van der Beek got nowhere near enough opportunities, and reflecting on that, Van der Beek was very frustrated. And towards the end of Ole Gunnar Solskjaer's managerial tenure, Van der Beek did confirm that he wants to leave Man United in January. He's only scored 2 goals for the club, and he's been a Manchester United player for over a year and a half now. This season is his 2nd full season at Man United. Man United got Van der Beek for 40 million with add-ons included. He's got a contract with Man United till 2025. There's an option of a further year. And Van der Beek's versatile. He can play in 3 different roles. Reports from Spain have recently said that Marcus Rashford could leave Manchester United, as Barcelona and PSG are said to be interested. Don't think he'll leave next year, Rashford. Rashford's got like a year and a half left on his current contract. He's a decent player, Rashford, overall, but I think he's been very, very poor since he come back from that shoulder problem. He hasn't been the same player, has he, since he come back from that shoulder problem? He missed the first 2 months of the season with the shoulder problem. Rashford's been part of the club for a long time. He's been a United player since the age of 7, and he's been in our senior squad since 2016. Rashford has made like 188 appearances in the Premier League for Man United and scored 57 goals, is it? So yeah. So anyway guys, that's everything to update you with. Drop your comments, likes below on the channel. If you do, consider subscribe as always. And take care. God bless. See you all again very soon. And as you all know, my channel name is Red Devil 24.